to the COVID-19 pandemic. The congressman tweeting after Pearl Harbor, 9/11, we looked at what went wrong to learn from our mistakes. Once we recovered, we need a nonpartisan commission to review our response and how we can be better prepared for the next pandemic. I'm working on a bill to do that. Joining us now to react, ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, Congressman Doug Collins, often by Adam Schiff's side, but maybe not on the same side. Congressman, is this the time to bring up a commission?
No, it's not. And I think, look, there's going to be enough with the packages that we just passed of aid that is going to people starting in the next few weeks. We have oversight in that. We have inspector generals. There's stuff that's been put in there to make sure. And look, at a certain point in time, there will be a look back at this. There'll be a look back at what happened and how it came about. But also, I think there's going to be actually a look back here that I'm not sure Adam Schiff wants to talk about, and that is China's role in this, and the fact that as Intelligence Committee chairman, he was so wrapped up in impeachment during when all this hit that I'm not sure that there was a slow response on both sides, because no one was looking at this because he was so focused on the president and what he was trying to do in an election that we were missing basically China's role in others. I mean, we've seen this before. I'm not sure he would like the outcome of this report any more than he did any of the other reports that he had this past year.
Absolutely. And the rise of al-Qaeda was really muted by the fact that President Clinton was so caught up in his own impeachment. I hope we start learning from this. Meanwhile, on the terms of impeachment, Adam Schiff was asked, did your impeachment inquiry hurt the president being able to look after the potential pandemic? Here's his response.
Mitch McConnell said that he believes that the impeachment trial in the Senate slowed down the federal government's response.
Yeah, the president said something similar, which, was an interesting acknowledgement that the administration has screwed up this response. And I think the facts are quite clear that the president's weeks-long, maybe months-long delay in taking this seriously has had catastrophic consequences.
What's your response to that?
Brian, he just can't help himself. This is a man who for a year has done nothing but over a year has attacked this president, tried to go through the Mueller report, the impeachment. He said there was things in, the president did, it was in plain sight that he did wrongdoing. It's just, he just can't help himself. Even in quarantine, even in isolation, it sounds like all he wants to do is focus on the president's response. The president's done a good job as he is focused on this. We have all learned from this crisis that's going on, and the president has been listening to his advisors and moving forward. But there can be no mistake that in the month of January and December, when Adam Schiff was leading this country down a sham impeachment, that there was distraction on Capitol Hill. You saw it on both sides of the aisle, that they were so focused on this. For him to come back at this point and try to, regain the spotlight from his failed attempts at impeachment is just, it's sad for the American people. We need to be focusing on what's happening now, getting the drugs that you just talked about with Dr. Oz, getting these folks the money that they need so that our economy can recover as we go through this, and taking care of the people who are losing family members and losing lives and losing businesses right now. Again, this is so premature, but it's not, frankly, it's not nothing new for Adam Schiff.
And the thing is, Congressman Collins, Anthony Fauci was on the Catch Roundtable syndicated radio show January 26th saying, I don't think that virus, from what they know, is going to be a big problem here. So the best in the business, who basically pushed America towards a cure for AIDS, was caught by surprise to a degree about the degree of this. How do you expect the president and civilians to pick up the magnitude of what we're experiencing? There's one group of people to blame. It's the Chinese government, who still is not telling us the truth. This is one time in which we don't have to be Democrats and Republicans. We can be Americans. And again, we're back to the same old divide. I wish people would start growing up.
I agree with you completely. I think the president was very diplomatic yesterday when he said those numbers were light coming out of China. Listen, I think for most of us, we can agree, Republican and Democrat, that the numbers were wrong. And I think when Dr. Fauci's statement and others, it just shows that they were not being forthright in the outcoming of this of their reports and what they were seeing. And now it's time for us to come together, acknowledge that, and then move forward, taking care of the people who need the help of each other as Americans. We always pull together. We're in this together, and we got to continue this fight right now.
And good luck with your Senate run. I know it's getting very hard remote, but everyone's dealing with the same thing. Congressman, thanks so much.